Ba-dum-bum-ba. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I finally got Ableton working. Now I have to learn how to play the keyboard, but luckily whenever I looked at the music theory or how to play, it's not too bad. Since I'm mainly just playing chords. Just the chords. Let's see, let's add some reverb to that. B. This little Egyptian scale. here on Twitch. What's that new song that came to me again? I'm about to buy an Arturia MK3, man. But not yet. Has a chord mode on there too. But I don't need it because I got iPad. Yeah. Welcoming Huma, Linfinity, and beyond. Itty Bitty Sweetie, Sister Sowen here. Here you go.
Watch out for the scammers pretending to be me. So many call centers trying to take your money. Watch out for the scammers pretending to be me, asking for your astrology. Watch out for the scammers pretending to be me. So many call centers trying to take your money. Watch out for the scammers pretending to be me, asking for your astrology. Watch out for the scammers pretending to be me. So many call centers trying to take your money. Watch out for the scammers pretending to be me, asking for your astrology. Watch out for the scammers pretending to be me. So many call centers trying to take your money. Watch out for the scammers pretending to be me, asking for your astrology. Taking your money, they just want your money. Doing the wrong thing.
Karma's gonna get you soon. Oops. I think in the Christian world they call that's a little bit too Old Testament. In the Buddhist world, that's just how it be. Cause and effect, right? You do the wrong thing, the wrong thing comes to you. Reap what you sow. You know, lately I've been going to bed thinking about music. It's kind of a welcoming Secret Berserker. the music's gotten way further than I could ever imagine. You know what I mean? Like I don't even play the piano. I'm just clicking keys and making music. You know what I mean? I don't even, like, I'm just like, that sounds great. Ooh, that sounds really good. And the cool part about this, okay, this is, like, you can tune this. That's why I enjoy this so much. Like, you can tune each key to what you like. Right? You can tune it. So I've tuned this to the Egyptian scale. Like, that's why I've been. I know. Well, yeah, that's what Christians believe. You're Christian, and so that's why you don't know. Me, I'm spiritual, so I understand where you come from, and you don't understand where I come from because you do what you do. That's it. You see how basic that is? But if you don't explore, you don't know. And the reason I'm so articulate is because how can God just be in one religion? Doesn't make sense. How can the infinite almighty God be in one box? One love. Like my love, right? It's not one love is here, not over there. Like that didn't make sense to me because my mind is open. And I was like, how can this infinite thing be so limited? Basically. But what TikTok did teach me, how to respect people who doesn't respect what you respect. You know what I mean? So many people come in here and say the same thing over and over, and I learn, maybe I can just love them where they're at. They don't have to be open-minded for me to love them. But for some people, if you're not from their side, they can't love you. They think you're ignorant, you've gone the wrong way. But I think all the teachers teach us to respect each other, love your neighbor, compassion, patience, love. I mean, that's like respect each other is like the most super basic thing. Freaking everybody's grandma talk about that. Respect each other. But nowadays, we acting some type of way. You know, yesterday I was looking at how to improve the chat box because I can't see on the updates. It doesn't show your all of your name. It just shows part of it. And I started seeing, oh yeah, we have people come in here and be abusive sometimes. In our ban list, right? The word that we like block, filter, there's 6 words that's filtered. And I want to show you how disrespectful a lot of people who are close-minded are, just because you have to remember where you came from. Swadika. What is it called? Let's see. Sin and sins are blocked on this page. Repent, salvations, idols, and deceiver. Think how bad it got for me to have to do all that. Once or twice, but every day? Sins, sin, salvation, repent, idols, deceiver is blocked on here. That's how disrespectful close-minded people can be, and we still love them because that's the best that they know. Yeah. And so some people just do their rounds of going name calling, right? All right, let's come here. Oh, they're not with the Lord? Here. Repent for your sins. The salvation, it's just like, you see how that makes your community look bad when you go around? It makes like a... Now, I'm aware that that not everybody's like that, because we have a lot of good people here. So many. It's just some of the... Yeah. I don't think they understand why there's a ton of people here all the time. And like, why is there like 400 people here chilling? They don't get it. Like, why aren't they with the Lord or the other group? They think we've deceived by Satan. Yeah. But then when they come in here, it's all peaceful and stuff. So they're not. So whenever people come in here, the reason why they bully is because we're peaceful. We look like an easy target. Right? Growing up, I get picked on a lot because I look like an easy target. Oh, he's not going to say nothing back. Which makes me such a great candidate for doing this because, hi, welcome, Emily, Shelley, right? And then out of nowhere, the knowledge comes out. They're like, oh, shoot. And now, I'm just so grateful that the community has matured because that kind of talk hasn't happened in a long time. I'm so grateful. You know what I mean? I'm so grateful. It's so peaceful most of the time here now. But before, you didn't see the battle I had to deal with on here. Another one. Repent for your sins again. Every day. We're like, we're chill. Like, we're happy here. Like, we're actually really peaceful and happy here. Yeah, it's just some people, that's where they come from, you know. I'm just so grateful I didn't come from a community that taught me to go do that to people. That's why I realize where I'm at in my life, I'm super grateful because it could be worse. I could be walking around with a big ego thinking I'm better than everyone else, that my way is the only way. But I didn't have that. I was always taught to respect people and be kind to people. And the consequence of that is you get bullied a lot growing up. Lots of bullying because you're too nice. You're too respectful. And eventually the universe showed me, look, the master, my teacher, you gotta have some boundaries if you want to be a good leader. You can't just be a doormat. When you're too compassionate, abusers come to dump on you. Block the BS. Right? When scamming others become the truth to the scammers, they begin to live the life worried about others scamming them and their money scamming their... Oh yeah. What they call that, projection, right? The people cheating are always scared that other people are cheating them. So the scammers begin to live a life of fear and lies. Because they follow a life of lies, and so they worry. And those people are hard to be with. The only time to hang out with those people is when there's substance around, right? Because it's hard to be themselves, so they gotta be a little tipsy to enjoy life, which we kind of all been there. Welcoming Christy, Pretty Flamingo, Carly is here. I'm so grateful that we have a community that respects all people, right? And right, even we respect people even if they even though they're being disrespectful. Like, I'll take a couple punches from you because my love allows me to be to do it. But after a couple jabs, you know what I'm saying? We gotta drop the boundary. Because sometimes people disrespect you because they've been hurt. They've been used. They've been betrayed by their own community. They've been hurt by their own family. And so we have to be graceful with each other. Like my mother was sad a lot because she'd been abused growing up. And I was very sad because I've been basically just abandoned or lack of love, lack of emotional support. And so this is why the path kind of chooses us to do the right thing. After a couple jabs, you better look out. I won't hit you, but I just turn around and walk away. You know what I mean? I'll be a good wall. Definitely not gonna jab back. But that's why I'm grateful for people who are protectors, right? That's why we have police. Because I'm not trying to, do all the wrong, do all the difficult thing. I wouldn't say sometimes that's why they got jail. It's definitely difficult to, I definitely don't want to be police, but I have a deep respect for them because when people get out of line and you're not trying to be violent, there's a role for that. Soldiers, right? It's a difficult role that, and of course, as we mentioned that, things can get really difficult because everyone's trying to live, But it's hard to live when you have people, just imagine when there wasn't, police, right? So I'm just grateful that we have what we got because it could be worse, right? It could be worse. I just like to stay real from my observation and all these things. I could be here today because we have a grocery store. Imagine back then, you would have to go out and hunt for the food. Nowadays, you can have a job, and if you're hungry, you go to the grocery store and hunt and gather in a grocery store. Right back then, we don't have time to do all this. Right? And even back then, when there was a medicine man, medicine woman, when there's everyone did their part. And so I'm grateful that we can restore some faith in humanity with positivity, you know what I mean? Sometimes life is so sad, and at least we got some good music, Well, choirs, right? So many things to be grateful for. And even when you got nothing, you walk outside and Mother Nature just is so, right? The sky. You just stare at the sky, daydream. You're like, man, why am I on a planet? Trying, Some days it's very difficult to be here. Sometimes it's the cats that help your life go on. My life sucks, but at least I got these cats, though. At least I got my dog. The dog walking you sometimes. You don't even walk the dog. The dog's walking you. Right? Sometimes you need the dog to all right, take me wherever while you're on your phone, whatever. Get you to be a bit more active. So it's a beautiful thing. Teamwork makes the dream work. What is that? Brother Huma asks, how do you help others who scam themselves every day? Oh, the lack of integrity with yourself. Some people go to the temple because they know they need help, but after saying prayers, like a shower routine, they go back to working 80 hours a week and stay closed off to teachings of the temple. If you're working that much, oftentimes you don't even make it to the temple. You do make it to watching Netflix and rolling one up and cracking a cold bud, right? You have to go where people need your help. Many people tell me, right, I could just find a way to start a retreat center and get away from all this. Like, let me find a way to get the hell away from the city where people need my help. Go to where there's people. Go to where it's difficult to... The light workers work in hell, let's just say it, okay? Light workers work in the dark, not in the light. Because the light workers are already activated. So helping people on social media genuinely is difficult because there's a lot of BS on here. There's a lot of inauthenticity and lack of patience online, and a lot of it's not even profitable. So many healers, like, man, this is not lucrative. And so they, like, why would they be here? Oh, they do. Link in the bio. Card reading for X amount of money, right? So that's why there's a lot of inauthentic, because a lot of times it lacks purity, right? It lacks purity. And it's really difficult how to figure out how to be full-time and authentic and heal and uplift people. And stay genuine, because you can easily lose yourself as a content creator chasing the clout, and then you lose how to be real and honest to people. And sometimes as you grow, your ego might grow with it, or some people don't like it that you grow, and because you believe in yourself, some people will come and judge you and then call that you have a big ego. But only God knows. Your heart knows if you're doing your best and being humble, because no matter how good you are, people are going to judge you, right? And sometimes we make mistakes and people would condemn you even more. But all you can do is show up and give the best that you can, and improve is the key, right? Improve. Like, if you make some mistakes, everybody does, just improve. The people who understand you are gonna be more forgiving, because most of the time you're good, right? Sometimes you mess up, but and sometimes they think you mess up, but the universe designed it that way. Because some people, they only love you, but with conditions. You don't meet my conditions, I'm leaving, because they're here with their ego and not with their heart. And it takes time to build authentic community. And so this is why I love being online, because I realize I'm aware that when I'm on here, I'm helping people who oftentimes will never go to a sound bath locally, right? They're just in this cycle of misery and just on Reddit, on TikTok, and all these things that don't add to their mental health. And out of nowhere, they're scrolling through and they hear, there's a lot of entertainment. Not a lot of enlightenment on the internet. Because when people awaken, we do a lot less entertainment. Right? When you're here, you stop doom scrolling as much. Aww. When you hear you. Again, before I begin to live stream on TikTok, I studied like what are people doing on here, and a lot of it, when a lot of live stream stresses people out. Doom scrolling is fun, for sure. I'm not saying it's bad. It becomes doom scrolling when you're doing it and you're not even enjoying it and you don't stop. That's the issue. So you jump from one app to the next app, to the next app, to the next app, to the next game, to the next phone game, to the console, to the Netflix, to the Hulu Plus, to the YouTube, to the and there's so much to do and you're not even sure if you're doing happiness. Are you even happy doing all of this? And sometimes you want to connect with authentic people, but you don't even, you want to be around loving people, but sometimes you don't know where to go. And sometimes you find a loving place, and if you want more, you have to pay for a deeper connection. Like, oh, I really like this teacher, but to get closer, there has to be a link in the bio, and which is fine. It's just, well, what about the people who are never going to pay for it? Just dump them or help them. Right, so there's a lot of help online, but there's a limit to how much people help, because essentially most of the time when you roll into a live stream, it's a business model. Card reading is popular because it's a popular spiritual business model. You make a good impression, they like you, they're going to be more open for a link in the bio for a private reading consultation. Which is right. But where is the spirit, where is the community model that's more about love and authenticity and genuine? That's what I spend my time looking around online. Like, now I see some, right? I'm not saying it's not out there, but it's really rare. Right? It's really rare. Like, I see Brother Yam Socks, right? And many people begin to do this model now, especially with sound healing. Because many people are inspired to be a sound healer. Because it's fun, right? It's very fun. But when it becomes business, it leads to getting a sound healing certification. For like $2,222. Which is again, it's a spiritual business model, but not a spiritual community model, because it's more business at the core. And that's why I always tell people we need to move from spiritual business to spiritual practice. Well, where did they learn this model from? The person before them taught them that for $2,222. But when you really look at the roots of healers, it wasn't about, it was just donation based. If you feel like giving, great. If you don't, great. That's how the ancestors did it. There's no like, the worst that I heard was somebody online, all right, All right, y'all just listen to 1 hour sound bath. That's $10 each. At the end of the sound bath, just like pressuring people. All right, there's 50 of y'all. That's $10 each, please. Like, dude, that's the worst way to like spread love. But I get it. It corrupts the purity. But if they just were patient and had faith, another door would open. Which is really hard to teach, so let's just... That's like calling your friend for support and then they send you a bill afterward. Word. That's a good one. That's a good one. Right, love and light. And then you see your phone. Venmo for 22. You're like, wait, what? Venmo request pay. And then it gets, okay, I guess I'll... Welcome, Sister Mira. So whenever we start talking like this, it turns so many, it makes many people, who operate like that leave the community, leaving the rest of the people who are open to it. And that's why the energy here is a lot different. But because if you can't accept that knowledge and that truth, it's so annoying if you practice that way and we're talking about it. Because the ego will go, you don't understand, I have bills to pay. No, I do understand you have bills to pay. You also are practicing something called conditional love, and that's okay. Pay your bills. It just limits the healing energy, and that needs to be said so that people understand why the energy here is a lot different. And I learned that from my master because he charged nobody any, right? He didn't charge anyone money for any healing. And the reason why I chose to be a student to the Holy Master, I show up to the temple and I hear, the Master heal my cancer. Thank you, Master and Buddha and God. The Master heal my cancer again. I'm like, what? I never heard about that before. And then a third, the Master heal my leukemia. Like, what the? The Master heal my son's autism. Like, because you don't normally hear that kind of stuff in life at all. And I'm like, okay, are all these people like faking? But there's like 50 people who got up and be like, yes, the Master helped my husband quit drinking alcohol and he's a better husband and father now. Like, wait, what? And I show up to the temple and there's more of it. I'm like, I go home in meditation. Here's what I sat in meditation. I'm like, you'd be an idiot if you didn't ask him to be your teacher. Then I realized, oh my gosh, that's a teacher. That's what I've been asking for. Right? Because I'm looking for people who are effective and create. Like the physical part is amazing, but the rest of that, he helped the community stop practicing brujeria. He helped many people's families their son start getting life together and stop messing with gang activity. He helped many children go to college. He buys cars for people, house for people, right? So all the donation he gets is back to the people. Now I'm not at that level, but I'm so inspired to walk that path that way. Right? Again, the master gifted me a Cadillac CTS, a 2012 Cadillac CTS. What kind of master gives you a whole car? A great master, the best master, basically. Right? All my spiritual brothers, everyone got a car because they needed. A lot of people who show up to the master, they need help, right? Right? One got an Accord, another Accord. It's just people gift the master's car because they know the master's going to gift that car to somebody who really need it. Right? And as the master helps more people, he gives nicer cars. Right? Because as you help more people, people bless you, and then you help. And so this is the original. You plant mango, you get mango. You help people transform their life. They wanna support you, and then you keep giving. So my goal is to eventually keep going that route. Yeah. Now I don't always say this because I don't, I say this because I'm grateful. I'm grateful to have a great teacher because I'm aware that many people's teachers, they only taught them because they paid for it. They didn't really apprentice. They just paid for the education. But my teacher, before he trained me, I had to show up consistently for like 6 months to a year first. After I showed up consistently, and there wasn't, right, there's no signed agreement. I just intuitively showed up and like, teach me. I'm trying to be a student. Like show up and be annoying. I'm always right. Let me volunteer, please. I would like to volunteer. Right. Because at that stage of my life, I was just nothing but spiritual. Right. For 2 years, I didn't, oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to update the link, but I couldn't find out where to do it on Twitch. Thank you for the blessings. Yeah, because sometimes Twitch, like, there's a lot of I'll figure it out. I guess I can put it on my to-do list. What's that called? Fix the link and create the group. Oh, add insight timer backdoor link. And so but of course, before finding the master, I decided to I was not going to settle for a regular job, and I started to survive. I ate very little to find my calling and my purpose. So for 2 years, I was eating like canned beans, bagged spinach, and just not indulging at all. Right. Thank you, Diane. And then eventually, because I was already, like, I just sold my camera equipment to develop myself spiritually. If I needed food money, I started selling my camera lenses. I started selling my camera gear because I was a wedding videographer at one point, right? And I was just practicing massage therapy with people I knew. So I had some fun from just, massage therapy, but it wasn't making crazy money. So I was mainly available. So when I met the master and then I asked to be a volunteer, I started volunteering at the temple 5 days a week instantly. Because I'm like, okay, this is where I need to be right now. 5 days a week with the Holy Master so I can learn something here. And then after about a year of being there, I showed up every day at 5 a.m. to open the gate. Well, I showed up so much, I got the key to the gate and began to open the gate every day, prepared many things, and show up to develop myself. Right? So I remember driving to the temple at like 4:45 or whatever. Sometimes I'd be so sleepy. Just like, so I had to use like meditation technique to like, all right, get to the temple, drink the tea. Once the tea's in the system, I'm fine. Then eventually I learned to drink coffee. I didn't drink coffee before. So the tea and coffee really help with the mornings, because when you only sleep 5 hours a day to go to the temple, to be trained, right? How do you get out of a bad routine? Your will for the solution has to be greater than complaining about it. Because sometimes, welcoming Lady D, we got hopeful. You have to see, like, first you have to see what the issue is. No, like, and why do you want to change? And if you don't want to change bad enough, you're not going to do anything. So learning about the problem more really helps. Like if you have issues, like and sometimes you really want to fix a bad routine, but you don't need to. Sometimes we get into a perfectionist mindset, but you can develop any routine, but what is it going to cost you? For me to be here 10 hours a day, I don't hang out. I hang out here. I don't go out that much, rarely, right? I don't have that many friends, but the friends that I do have are the best people in the world. Right? I don't go to the bar, I just come here, I do my thing, I make music, I devote myself to this, and that's why it blooms. But many people, they got too many friends to hang out with, so they don't have time for their dream because they're busy hanging out. Or if you're always late somewhere, the reason why you're late is because you don't know how to stop talking to some people. And they don't, like, if you want to be on time, at least wear a watch and look at it. Some people want to be on time, but they don't even wear a watch. The watch keeps you in check. And you have to, like, for me to learn to be really, I used to be a wedding videographer. You don't want to be late to people's wedding at all. Right? Imagine, like, the videographer is 15 minutes. Like, that's going to be, right? It's going to go on thanettaout.com that the videographer was late. Everything was fine, but 1 star off because he showed up late. Now, if all your reviews have you show up late, that becomes your brand. And in that industry, that affects you. Well, how do you show up on time? You have to learn how to be disciplined with your time by paying attention why you're always late. I'm always late because I don't make time for traveling. Right? Maybe you're trying to get to the wedding on time, but you miscalculate your travel time. Well, how do you be more consistent with the travel time? You have to learn to use tools. So I turn on the Wise app or the Waze app. If there's traffic, it'll tell you how long the travel is. So if you don't always have the Waze app open on the destination, then you're going to get caught up in traffic. Now you're late 30 minutes to an hour because you don't learn to use this technique, right, to be on time. Right? So if you want to be on time traveling somewhere and you need to be consistent, right? Consistency is the key. Then you want to use the Waze app or any traveling app so that it can tell, oh, there's a major traffic here, go the other way. And if you don't care enough, you won't even try. Then your review, photographer and videographer always was late. And when people who, right, when the wedding day, you want people on time. So if on your review, you have 5 people, great videographer but showed up late, great photos and videos but showed up late. People who pay attention because they're paying you thousands of dollars, right? That, oh, always late. Good price though. Right, so now your price is lower. Nah, this one's on time. Does a great job. Reliable. Right, so you have to find tools to be consistent. Right. For me to sit here without my butt hurting, I have to sit on a cushion. I used to sit on just bare mat. After 8 to 9 hours of sitting still, the bone starts to press on the skin and it burns. And then eventually my skin starts rashing. And if that happens longer, right, then it becomes inflamed. And then, so you have to pay attention. Is this healthy? Is it working? Right. So to keep my life healthy, I exercise. Like before this, I went for a bike this morning, 30-minute biking. Because I know if I don't do that, first I need more sunlight, right? I'm in here all the time. I need sunlight, so I make sure I at least move my body, bike, exercise, try to get sunlight, or else I'll get sick eventually, no vitamin D. Because I pay attention. If you don't pay attention to your health, you don't pay attention to your life. And sometimes I just need more sleep. Because why? Sometimes there's a lot more healing work to do. Sometimes there's a lot more noise or whatever, right? So if I need to sleep more, I can because I'm my own boss. That's the best part. I do where the hell I... But if I fail in life, that's on me. But if I succeed, that's also on me. I don't have anyone pushing me like, you have to get online. No, I choose to be here. I want to be here. So that's why when you learn to start your own, start your own business, start your own live stream, if it doesn't succeed, it's on you. It's on you. But when you stay on the grind, right, you stay devoted, it'll naturally bloom. If you do it with love. If you build something without love, you get a job. If you build something with love, you get fulfillment. Because happiness is the journey. You're fulfilled building it, and at the end, it's beautiful. But if it's just more like, all right, let's open the next business, right? And even if you're an investor, if you don't do something with the money that's fulfilling to you, like maybe you do start businesses, but with the money, you invest in feeding the homeless. You invest in your church. All right, you're doing something fulfilling. Respect. But if all you do is hoard it, eventually, you might get humbled. So that's why you have to learn to also share and bless people. Because when you've been blessed, you should bless people too. But if you get blessed and you don't bless other people, that blessing oftentimes going to be taken away. Right? So that's why keep helping people, keep circulating the energy. Don't let the energy hit a dead end. Right? Spring energy. Let me see if I can fix that link right now. Oh, my extension. There you go. Right. No, that's not. Cannot find it. Maybe mine should back to it. Go to channel. Maybe mine should. Oh, edit panel. Finally. fixed. How about we do some chanting? Let's do some chanting. I no longer operate out of fear. Shout out to Asabi. Manifest yourself. Nice to see you, brother. Brother and sister. They look like they come as a pair, looks like. I'm planting some flowers, says Jay. It's all good, man. My time management is terrible most of the time. Yeah, no, my time management used to, but you gotta do your best, you know. The more consistent you can be, the more you're focused. Because you're here to use your life to do something great, something good, something powerful, says the master. Right? He said, if you want to reach enlightenment, tell God to use you for something good, something great, something powerful. And, right? Help people. And so, that's what we be doing, is help people. Let's do the major scale, huh? Major scale here. Reset. Why don't we make an original mantra today? A positive affirmation. Any ideas?
I surrender to natural. I surrender to rhythms of life. I surrender to the natural rhythms of life.
She says what?
I surrender to the nature of life. I surrender to the rhythm of life. I rest in the rhythm and I rest in the beat. Surrender the heartbeat of life. I surrender to the nature of life.
Okay, let me get the notepad out because I didn't know.
I surrender to the rhythm of life. I rest in the rhythm and I rest in the beat. Surrender the heartbeat of life. I surrender to the nature of life. I surrender to the rhythm of life. I rest in the rhythm and I rest in the beat. Surrender the heartbeat of life. I surrender to the nature of life. I surrender to the rhythm of life. I rest in the rhythm and I rest in the beat. Surrender the heartbeat of life.
To the heartbeat of life. Okay. All right, we got our mantra today. One of a kind mantra. Paste it everywhere. gonna sing this one together, okay?
I surrender to the nature of life. I surrender to the rhythm of life. I rest in the rhythm and I rest in the peace. Surrender to the heartbeat of life. I surrender to the nature
Welcome,
of
Zen Master.
life.
Thank you for the whale diving.
I surrender to the rhythm of life. I rest in the rhythm and I rest in the peace.
Let's make it more ceremonial here.
Surrender to the heartbeat of life. I surrender to the nature of life. I surrender to the rhythm of life. I rest in the rhythm and I rest in the peace. Surrender to the heartbeat of life. I surrender to the nature of life. I surrender to the rhythm of life. I rest in the rhythm and I rest in the peace. Surrender to the heartbeat of life. I surrender to the nature of life. I surrender to the rhythm of life. I rest in the rhythm and I rest in the peace. Surrender to the heartbeat of life. I surrender to the nature of life. I surrender to the rhythm of life. I rest in the rhythm and I rest in the peace. Surrender to the heartbeat of life. I surrender to the nature of life. I surrender to the rhythm of life. rhythm of life. I rest in the rhythm, and I rest in the peace. Surrender to the heartbeat of life. I surrender to the nature of life. I surrender to the rhythm of life. I rest in the rhythm, and I rest in the peace. Surrender to the heartbeat of life.
Thank you, Arlene. Welcome, Jelani. 8 months ago, you helped save me, so I must come back and show support forever. I mean, thank you. But the best way is to go show other people support also. You know what I mean? Imagine that your will for self-transformation, you can go help other people take flight. Teamwork makes the dream work. So when you learn to take the flight, you get to teach others too. Caw. Caw. Okay. Oh. Whenever you do a peaceful stream, TikTok thinks you're inactive because you're too peaceful. We need more engagement, more dopamine, please. You're not doing enough to generate us money. So the AI like, be more engaging, more active, please. Too much peace in the community. Yes, AI overlord. For real, that's why that alarm was for inactivity, because the volume's like not loud enough or whatever. Welcome Silverback. But when we're, you know, like the soft music, it's like, eh. But this is the new. I think it's so good for humanity. Dream work makes the teamwork. Let's go to sleep. But you already took the red pill. There's no blue pill after.
I rest in the rhythm, and I rest in the beat. Surrender to the heartbeat of life.
This got that Mystic Village church vibe. You know what I mean? And let's have a moment of silence. We're so grateful to be here waking up today. Another day to breathe fresh air. Grateful for love, for unity, for healing. Makes life more enjoyable, or else we would just be sick forever, and we're grateful we ain't. We're perfect forever in the light and love in our heart. I went to Unity Church for like 3 years, I think, heavily. And so I learned a lot about church, even though I hang out in a Buddhist temple more, you know.
The rhythm, and I rest in the beat. Surrender to the heartbeat of life. I surrender to the nature of life. I surrender to the rhythm of life. I rest in the rhythm, and I rest in the beat.
Let's take it to H-Town. Let's bring it to H-Town. That's why I love the loop station. I mean, that's incredible, you know. Technology. I mean, think about it. If you have an iPad, you literally have a whole piano. You know? Like, that's why I'm like, I don't even know how to play the piano, but it does sound good. You know what I mean? You can even control the reverb on here. You can change the key. You got a kalimba on it. Okay, you have to pay for it. Only the kalimba is free. The rest costs money, but it's worth it. Cause why? Are you sharing more? I haven't been recording music as much because I've been jamming. I just been free forming, you know, because usually if I do a 1 hour flow, then I record it. But I haven't been maybe I should record the short sessions too. Wow, what's the velocity on that? Wow. You can't reduce the velocity on here, but on here you can. You can put a filter on the high, I think. Oh, because we got a lot of, the gain is high on, the high gain is too much on here. Let's see. Too much bass. What? That's pleasant. Welcome, Flotex. Guru, you're bigger than... Should I get skinnier? Wait, why is it like the flat, the high? Cut that. Now, what this kalimba is amazing for is that hologram microcosm. Shoot, that's what we should do right now. Let's hit some of that. That thing is really good for the microcosm. Analog instead of using a DAW, Ableton. This makes more sense to me. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, it's more fun. But of course it's more pricey, that's the issue. Let's go to the mosaic mode. The most iconic mode on this device called the hologram microcosm over here. There's a mode called micro loops, and under the micro loops there's this thing called mosaic mode, which is amazing. It's got a mind of its own kind of vibe, you know. This app's called Kilimba. And then I run it into a microcosm, which I think the microcosm is a loop station. So I can just play or whatever, loop it, and then modify. Of course, make it more interesting. Or cut out the main instrument. Here we go. And I have everything synced to the same, what do you call it? I have everything MIDI clocked. So I could connect everything that I'm doing to the same clock. Okay, let's do it.
rest in the peace. I rest in the rhythm. Surrender, surrender to love.
Give me some birds. Welcome, Shelley. Jay is here. Let's see, we got a hand pan. Let's do this. Let's see. All the hand pans. Oops. Let's do an Egyptian flute in the key of low C here. Well, no, let's try something new. Okay, oh, that's 432. Oh, that's okay. We're gonna do it anyways. We got the new Peruvian flute in 432 hertz, but the digital instruments are not in the same, but it's gonna be fine. Not exactly sure, something's not working. My background. Switch. Restart the iPad. Okay, a cable fell off. Cable fell off. That's all I know. Welcome, Genuine Vibe. Irini's here. Valdina. That's all I like. So much involved. But it's good. Good for your creativity. And mindfulness too. Oh, it's just a cable. let's do a little falsetto or higher register practice today, which does need practice because, it does take a lot of energy to I think the hardest part about hitting the higher register is making it sound pleasing, because you can play loud, but to make it sound pleasing, you have to learn to be gentle. Like imagine pressurizing yourself, and then just you want to go hard, but then the beauty of it is like doing so much only to make the sound come out. You're like, and of course, the other difficult part is playing 47 other flutes. So that's why it's like who knows where I'll be in 1 year if I keep practicing the difficult things. That's the exciting part. You have to see, okay, I can do that, but how can I master it? Okay, I can execute that, but how can I make it more feeling? How can I make it more healing? Hey, welcome, Steph. Kia ora to life for Ea Tiaroa. Shout out to New Zealand. And so let's do a little bit more. And I think sometimes I'm in such a calm mood that I forget I have to use so much energy from out of nowhere to, right? Because you have to. Let's see here. And some flutes are a lot easier because they're more professional and well taken care of, because I bought some flutes used, and I think sometimes that affects the wood when the wood becomes dried up and shriveled. There we go. And even the miking technique matters in this point. So I'm gonna try this style just to see, because the air. Boop. Let's try it. without reverb. Do you like to play those silver flutes? I don't have one of those. Not sure if I should get one. You know what I mean? And I think that one's so dialed in, I think might be even easier. This one is a bit, yeah, doing the, basically I think eventually if it should be straightforward, you know. But I see the mouthing technique of people who are flutists, they do the crooked mouth technique. And maybe there's a reason, because you need to play the high notes often. And when you, instead of well, I think maybe exploring that there's a better way to hit the, because playing regular, you use the spit watermelon technique, but it's not buttery, it's not smooth to start with that, right? I mean, yeah, I could. I guess I could just gently. So I just need to get it started and then be gentle after. Of course, you get dizzy when you're doing all that. Nose flutes. I actually could play it with my nose also, but it's kind of like, yeah, some flutes are designed for the nose. This one is designed perfectly. You see how? Oh, sorry, I got a lot of boogers in the left one. Let me imagine, like, excuse me. That's gross. But I mean, it is what it is. It is a thing, you know. This one's perfect. Oh yeah, my left one's kind of clogged. Hold on. That sounds great. Welcome, Lorensky, Reti, Brother Eroi. Okay, I think there's something here. Right, this the XY miking technique here. Test 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Okay. Try with the bansuri. I think that's the one. You calm so many people, but how are you doing in this mad world? The world is not mad. Our perception is mad. Many people just don't know it's not the world that's mad. It's your perception, because the world is your perception. Because we're looking at mad things and we get what we're looking for. I see a peaceful world because it's what I live, it's what I look for. It's not always that way, but I can always shift my perception. But when people are awakened and aware, it's harder to control them. It's easier to control people who are unaware and constantly being entertained. Easier to control people who don't pay attention. Wow, okay, I guess we're here at this miking technique. How do I change my perception? Start paying attention to what's right in front of you more than what's in your head or on TV. When you're walking, hear the leaves ruffling. When you're stepping, feel your footsteps. And when you're breathing, feel your lungs expanding. And enjoy the basic thing. We got so much, but so many people complaining about a bunch of BS because they're ungrateful. And they want the world to be peaceful, but they feel a bunch of BS. So they spread BS thinking they're spreading love. How can you spread love complaining all the damn time? That's just called ego. you have to remember that the ego doesn't like the truth that is inconvenient. Sometimes the truth is not what you want it to be. So oftentimes we skew, we shift what we see to what we want it to be. And so you have to be really honest to yourself to see the truth, because oftentimes we BS ourselves to scope things to what we want it to be. But when we're willing to see every perception, put yourself into everyone's shoes, we only put, sometimes we only have compassion for people we like. I learned to have compassion for the people who disrespect me, who judge me. That's why they're like, oh, okay, yeah. Right. And so it helps us to have peace and harmony when we have compassion for all people, not only people we want to have compassion for, which is very difficult. If you don't lead your life with love, you just only do it sometimes. That means you're just sometimes loving. And that's okay. Be whoever you want. Sounds great. Switch to this. So it's a bit harder to mic. I'm changing my mic positioning because whenever I play straight, it sounds good, but when I play sideways, I'm trying to capture more of down the sound at the end here, and if I just crisscross, it achieves that because I'm doing this. I have mics in front that I could use if I need to. Monique says, I get a lot of pushback from some people when I talk about loving everyone. Every day here, you see. But the thing is, whenever you can deliver and articulate one love very well, they get quiet and they have a no response. You showed me, yeah, you can. I don't know if I could do this one because this one requires controlling your embouchure. But when there's a will, there's boogers. Okay, that's not. Let's not. It sounds good. Let me see.
flying high. You know how I feel. Dun, 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 dun. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I think I like this miking technique better because it allows the sound to feel more open, right? Because it's not just capturing one dimension, it's capturing here and here. Or I'm like, how do I? Before I was trying to put a mic here to capture, but I'm like, okay, this kind of works actually. Before it was just here. Right. But now there's like more openness. I mean, I could start up here. Make it scoot back. So I'm looking at that detail because the openness helps the heart to open, right? The experience of like, oh, it's one dimension or whatever. And then out of nowhere, it just steps back and it becomes a bit more, right? Beautiful. So the X, right, is here. Right, I'm getting here, but I'm also, if I get back more, then it captures here. Yeah, so that's what I'm developing a little bit. And it's because everything is just getting better, you know. And that's why this morning I came to see, okay, how's the piano doing? I've been running a lot of instrument through the microcosm, but I don't have to. I just can just loop the piano straight on here. The handpan. I used to run this like through the microcosm, but the microcosm is more responsive to higher pitch sounds. Right? So let's do that. And also I learned which flute is 440 and which one is 432. And if I need it to be precise, which means, okay, we're at a peak meditation, everybody is like in such a, I would say, uplifted state. I need the, like, as you get farther, the perfection kind of needs, I need to dial in more, all the way down to, is the flute 440 hertz or 432 hertz? And is the accompanying music, is this 432 or 440, right? Yeah. And the main part is that when it's aligned, the energy flow is like, what was I worried about? And then you're nothing. You know, kind of a.
Let's go back to the piano. So I'm just developing right in front of you. So it's already synced, you know. It's so amazing what's possible with music, especially. Like, I could turn off the piano if I wanted to. And if you want to make it more celestial, now it's hard to execute because it takes time to build that, and a lot of people don't have the patience to like surrender to the cinematic sound healing journey, right? It's like cinematic for me. And so when everyone's like deeply in it, then it's a bit different experience. But if they don't trust, it takes time to build. That's the main part. Yeah. And then I'm aware that it's not always the most relaxing also, right? So I have to You want the Arabian flute? Right, so when you're trying to sleep, this isn't almost always the most relaxing, but when you just tone it down a little bit, reduce the intensity, add the space, and I can even muffle it using on here, like filter it. Right? Then when you have a decent experience, then you If honestly, thank you, Ariel. I think the most difficult part is the development phase, because you have to keep going until you find a new thing, right? So I just keep messing around until I find something that's better. And sometimes that's the most tiring part, because you're like, the angle of the mic. Right? Or sometimes things get worse, right? You're like, let's not do that. Okay, let's do some Arabian scale. Thank you. Now, it's tricky, the Arabian scale that I'm trying to down two, and then 6, 7 down, 6 and 7 down. Let's see how this goes. And since the Arabian is more different region, you have to kind of change the instrument. And so instead, I just realized the handpan is more appropriate. It's just hard to harmonize it because the Arabian scale, is a bit more haunting if you try to mess with it. But if you keep it minimal, like if you just keep it pure, here's what I mean. Right. When you do other accompaniment droning music, it's like scary to some people, right? But when you just play it alone, you get something so unique. And I found the main way to accompany this is to do it with something so gentle, right? which is an Egyptian background, Egyptian, more enchanting. Which I'm still working, that's a work in progress still. Yeah. Let's see, it could be Romanian Hijaz, this one. Hijaz. Yeah, it depends on the mood, right? Sometimes you want to start with solo and then add the accompaniment music. Sometimes you start with the enchanting vibe and then you cut it, which makes it so dramatic, right? And you just, and it comes. So interesting, I know. E flat. Okay. Let's just say this is called a read. But there's one called Romanian Hijaz scale. Now I'm interested in that. Romanian Hijaz scale. E, okay. That's a little bit more. That scale is so exotic, it's gonna steal the show. That's the issue. So you have to reduce. It's got a bit more enchanting vibe. I think we're good with the Hijaz. C harmonic minor Hijaz. Wow. Okay, what is? Let me try this. This is a kind of research. Okay, last one we try here is called the C harmonic minor, but we're gonna do a D instead. Whoa. So many. There's one on here with 22. There's 6 on the bottom and whatever, 15 on the top or 16 on the top. That's the top. The bottom, this thing probably $5,000. Like you could buy this. You're like so crazy. Okay. So that's why this app is here, by the way. You look oral. Nah. Well, whenever I'm exploring, I need to input to see if it has feeling, right? Because a lot of music, when you're making it, it lacks feeling. So to figure out what has feeling and what doesn't have feeling that much, you have to trial and error. Yeah, trial and error. So that's like, yeah, that's too much. Oh, that's too little. And after you do it for a while, you find how to like harmonize it all. Okay. Let's try the. So you still got that fire energy. I wonder if there's a D2. There is a D2. Oh, get lit. Okay. Well, right, instead of using the octave lower, it's 2 octaves lower. So this is like a D4 and that's a D2. Okay. This is a what, A3? A4. Let's go to A2. Okay. So using 2 octaves lower for the background on a handpan definitely helps. Does it work? Let's see here. This is what I... So C4, C2. Let's go to C2. C2. Oh, it doesn't go to C2. It only go to C sharp, which I don't have. What if we tried the Bansuri with 2 scale lower? Okay. So, Banturi. Here we go. It's a C sharp 2, right? So it's a C sharp 4. Let's do a C sharp 2 because that's the lowest it goes. There's no. Right? Oh. Whoa, that's impressive today. Whoever made that, let's give it. Somebody made that instrument like to get that sound, like it's an organic sound. So that's damn. You know what? Let's just appreciate all the second octave handpan real quick because that's amazing sounding. All right, that's D2. The C sharp 2. Bump it up a little bit. Well, let me get the. Let me reconnect them. This real quick. Tripping out a little bit. Frozen. Crashed. Test 1 2. There we go. Oh yeah, there you go. Damn. 70 hertz on it. Alright, it's at 440 hertz, so let me. So enchanting. D sharp 2. E2. I feel like I'm in a techno concert for the soul. Back to the Bansuri. Okay, here we go. Dude, I need a tanpura in the background with this. You know what I'm saying? Like this. think that's enough for today. I'm doing an interview today on Twitch with Sister Medium Jenny Leah and Giant Up the Frost. And so my parents' plane is delayed. And so I have to go pick them up tomorrow at 7:45 a.m. And I end the stream at 3 a.m. Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to see how can I adjust to that. Lots of tests. End earlier. Sleep at midnight. Or 1 a.m. No, I can't sleep at midnight. 1 a.m. is like the least I could do. People are like, where is he? Like, when he's not on, I have anxiety. I'm like, love your damn self, please. I'm like, are you missing the message? That's terrible. When he's not on, I have anxiety. What? Take down their name, tell them love their damn self. Yeah, I gotta eat something, I have to do that. And also, I've been more tired because I've been biking more. So I've been exercising and my body's getting adjusted to exercising more. Because I need to exercise, you know what I mean? You gotta exercise. Eventually, I'll adjust to the changes in the... Like this morning, I biked 30 minutes. And last night, or yesterday, I was biking around too. So if anything, I need some more bike lights. I'm kind of biking at night still because the time is still dark around here. But it's beautiful biking in the evening time. 3 ohms. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. I'm just grateful today. Didn't have to do babysitting. Because this week has been a lot of like, chill. Please, just chill. Breathe. So today I'm grateful, or I didn't talk as much today. Right. So I also didn't plan to talk as much today either because because whenever it's the energy is more noisy, that quiet, that stillness. Here we go. Schumann resonance was nuts the last 20. Yeah? Yeah, I agree. The energy was very... but it's good. If you're not centered, big energy coming through. But when you stay centered, new download, new ideas come, right? And so that's why I've been just staying to my discipline. Right. I even changed the way I wear the malas, right? Everything shifting. Shoot, even some hair started to grow on this side too. Okay. Crank it. Okay. Thank you for all the blessings. Of course, please love your damn self. Lids. Lids. The end. Thank you, everybody. When I have a better flow, then we'll do more recording. I'm just glad the computer is doing great. I managed to lower the settings so that it doesn't. So thank you to Auto Blessing. Sponsored by Love Your Damn Self. Coming to theaters near you in your consciousness, Love Your Damn Self, please. Not just on Sundays, but every day. Brought to you by the universe. Coming to theaters in your head already. I'm going.